pretend like we're starting over from scratch.
Okay.
Okay, but we are streaming again. We are live again. Hello, everyone, and welcome to Adventure on So Many Levels. We're going to play some Dungeons and Dragons. That's the thing I say when there's no technical difficulties at all.
Woo!
D&D,
Dungeons and
Duty.
Dragons.
Dungeons and
Yes.
Dragons.
So, we have been struggling with some technical difficulties. We did do a little bit of an introduction before. We're going to fast track our way through reviewing that and then just get right back in. I'm Christiana Ellis. Players tonight, Jenny Meltzer playing Zaleen,
Hello.
Paul Fisher playing Zinhorn,
Yo.
Mark Kilfoyle playing Nedry,
Question.
and John Merlin, a new player, welcome, playing Baldu, new character that we're meeting now.
Present.
And Starla is unable to play, but she'll be back. So in the meantime, we reviewed where everyone was. The Pocket Protectors coming up back out of the Temple of Marushka. They've called their flying castle and their friends aboard it to come and pick them up. But in the meantime, we found a strange pool of shadow forming in the mechanical level of this flying castle. And stepping out of this pool of shadow, a figure.
Or that would be me. It sounds like she describing me right there when she says stepping out of pool of shadow. It does. So I'm like wearing all leather armor, and it's mostly black, but it's got some red bits on it. And we'll probably get to that why it's got some red on it later. And it's not blood, I promise you, but it might look like blood because it's that kind of red kind of color. I got this wicked looking blade on my belt. It's kind of scary looking, even when it's sheathed and you can't really see what's going on. But trust me, if you ever see that blade, I'd be surprised if you could see it. It's that dark. And yeah, I mean, all my clothes are dark, all my weapons are dark, but my skin makes up for it. I tell you, like it's pasty. It's so pasty, it almost blinds you how white I am. And my hair is this kind of like light purplish kind of color, and it's all like long and whatnot. And my ears are pointy, and yeah, that's kind of what I look like.
Yes, and you were immediately confronted by a voice coming from everywhere that regular viewers will know is the spirit of the castle, but Baldu doesn't know that. The voice said, "Who are you?" and demanded that you stay where you are while others come to escort you. But before that happens, while you are there waiting, all of a sudden there is an impact. Make a dexterity saving throw, please.
Well, I should be good at those.
Ideally,
That's not bad.
25. Yes, you are easily able to keep your feet on this rickety catwalk above these churning gigantic mechanical gears. Probably good. But the whole castle seems to have just reeled like it was struck by something enormous. And it is now righted itself, but obviously that was alarming. You hear the
All
voice
right,
say,
Captain, we hit a bit of turbulence. Like, what's going on? Keep boy informed down here, would you?
Did you do that? Are you doing this?
It's nothing to do with me. If I'd done it, I wouldn't have had to like steady myself on them feet. I'd have been prepared for it, wouldn't I? I just thought, maybe a bit of spot of rough air.
Okay, well, just stay
I'm
right
safe,
there.
thanks for asking.
You can go to one of the stairwells, but stay where you are. I'll know if you move.
Well, all right. I'll make my way up to the stairwell.
Sure. In the meantime, I think the rest of you, as you're on your way out, and I think you're nearing the main entrance to the Temple of Marushka. Carolina has the sending stones, and I think she suddenly gets a call from Yobert saying, "We're under attack, and also there's a stranger in the castle. We're coming to you. We're nearly there, but things are bad." And I think Carolina is so surprised that she drops the sending stone, and someone else is going to have to answer it.
I'll pick it up because you know, she's
Sure.
my bestie.
Yep.
Can we see them as we're coming out?
I think you're only just now coming out, and you haven't spotted them yet.
Is everybody okay? You can reply to the sending stone.
That is an evolving question. The answer to that is in flux at the moment, but we are almost at that temple. We are going to be able to land just up behind it, but if you're going to get on, you need to do so quickly, and I'm not sure if we need to stay where we are. Wait, hang on. And you don't get another, the message doesn't continue at that point, but now you do look up in the sky, and you see the flying castle coming in. But as you're watching from off coming out of the clouds, you see what at first looks like the shape of a large, and when I say large, I don't mean the mechanical size large, I mean a big dragon, except that the light kind of is coming off of it in a strange way, like parts of it are glowing. And you see it basically buzz the flying castle, kind of land on the side, like flying up to land all four of its feet on it, and then push off, and causing the castle to go.
Oh dear.
Mm-hmm.
They said they're gonna try to land up behind the temple, and we should probably hurry because they're under attack.
All right.
So, in the meantime, Baldu, go ahead and make another dexterity saving throw.
Here we go. That is a 16.
16 is still good enough, especially now that you're kind of on this stairwell instead of on a rickety catwalk. But in the meantime, you haven't been given any new instructions. Are you just going to hang out as instructed, or?
Dear Mr. Disembodied Voice, I don't know where you're coming from, and I don't know what's going on, but is there any way I could be of some help?
We're very busy just now. I don't know. What could you do to help?
Well, I mean, I don't quite know what the situation is, set for...
I don't know why you're here. You said to do a job.
Well, yeah, I'm here to meet somebody.
Who?
She's, she and I, we kind of got the same boss kind of thing going on. And my boss has sent me to see what's going on and help her out if need be.
I can go ahead and let you know right now that the amount of time you're taking to answer questions is not helping.
Oh, I'm sorry, I'm a little bit verbose. It's just the way I am.
Go ahead and make a dexterity saving throw again.
Yeah, that's a good one. That's another 25.
Yeah. This time you don't even need to put a hand on the wall. You just let your legs just kind of roll with it like on a ship.
What I'd say is, if this, what is this, flying castle, if this were to crash, it wouldn't be good for my elf, and I'd rather not, have things...
Well, see, the problem when that's happening is that I can hear you, but you can't hear me. So,
Gotcha.
I do hear you when you're saying all that, but you can't hear me reply. Am I out of sync now?
Yes.
Yeah. All right. You know what? I regret to inform everybody that I think we're going to abort for this session. I'm a little too flustered at this point. I don't know what's going on. I'm going to try to.
Whole session. It's...
Yeah. So, I think, apologies, John, for this Your first session
Not a
with us
problem.
to go
I will
so
try
wrong.
not to curse the next one.
Well, I think it's actually Starla who cursed us by not being here, so we can blame her.
Oh.
Oh.
Of course, we don't believe in curses. It's actually just
Hexes from the
gremlins.
warlock.
Yeah.
It's a bit rot.
Hey.
But yeah, so the thing is, I don't know. Well, okay. How out of sync am I? Is it bad?
I mean, it's like a second.
Not even.
Yeah, it's not that bad, but
It is a little like watching a badly dubbed movie, but if I close my eyes, it's fine.
I wish I knew.
But if you just had an avatar that you put up instead of you, so that it was just like a picture, and then if your talking was off, no one would even know.
Well, you know what? I mean, at this point, I don't know. I think the video is maybe not salvageable, but we could just. Okay. How about this? I am flustered to the point where I feel like I don't have the encounter at its best. But we could just keep rolling if that's what you guys would prefer. What do you think? I mean, otherwise, I would try to see if I can solve these problems and we do it properly next week. What do you guys think? Vote.
I mean,
I'm cool for hanging out and just rolling with it, and yeah, I mean, we'll live with it.
I am okay with whatever you decide. Like, I know, like, when you get flustered, you get, tense, and I don't want you to feel all grouchy by the time we're done, and then you go to bed angry.
Oh, well, no. I wouldn't go to bed angry, but yeah, I do sometimes. I get anxious about it sometimes.
Yeah.
Well, and just, I don't know, so certainly not on you, John, but it's just like at the same time that, it's like, that it's a big episode because we got introducing a new character and, all right. So, I guess we'll just keep going. I feel like I don't know if we have anyone watching in chat who can tell us what it looks like from there, but I know that the VOD is probably going to be out of sync too. And I guess it must be XSplit that's doing it because that's the only reason I can think of that the Zoom would be out of sync for you all. Like if I changed my Zoom to just be my camera instead of the XSplit, I bet it would fix that problem. Whoops. But let's see. I don't know why it's so bad tonight, though. It's like just, all right, well, okay.
Can't even
Sorry.
blame it on Halloween because that's technically over now. But
Okay, deep breath. All right, where were we? If you guys want to just keep going, we can. Yeah. So what happens at that point, Baldu, is that you are in the middle of having this conversation when the voice just kind of says, "Brace yourself."
Right then,
What do you do?
I'm braced.
You're in a big
I
spiral
will-
staircase. What do you do?
I will hug the pillar in the middle as best I can.
All right. Go ahead and make another dexterity save. Although I guess if you're grabbing the pillar, let's call that a strength save. Sorry. Yeah, the dexterity save would be pretty good.
Yeah,
Strength saving too. Yeah. So I think that I think that you're gonna take 6 bludgeoning damage as you are stripped off of the pillar and fall down 2 stairs with a pretty substantial thump. In the meantime, from outside, the rest of you have just watched your Sunia, your flying castle, take a pretty hard landing in not an ideal spot. We came in a little fast and then ended up kind of and dragging across the ground a little bit. You are about 300 feet away, and this dragon thing is circling around again. What do you do?
How far away is the castle from us?
Well, 300 feet away.
Like 300. Okay.
Yeah.
God, I don't even know what to do.
I think that Nedry would start moving that direction. He can't really run because he's too busy staring at whatever the hell this is to try to figure out if he can figure out what it is. Because it looked dragon-like, but it was kind of odd. You were saying with the coloring and stuff. So
Yeah. So I guess make a perception check as you're trying to get a eyes on it.
perception. Okay. Well, nope. That's a 6.
Is it daylight?
Yes.
Okay. I'm not even going to try to look because I'm blind.
Is it flying?
It
Yeah,
is.
that's fine.
It is flying. Yeah, and so it's circling around. Now that the castle is on the ground, it doesn't seem to have swooped in to sort of, attack it again directly, but it's certainly still nearby. It's kind of an overcast sky, and so you keep kind of losing it in the low cloud cover, but it's it's certainly still around.
Lynn, you don't think this is the thing that you let loose, is it?
And she says, maybe? Hang on just a second. I think I'm and then her eyes roll back in her head and she collapses to the ground.
Oh no.
Oh no.
I'm gonna, try to get down there and like see what's wrong with her.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. While you're doing that, I'm gonna take Ivy, Evan, and Buster and Nedry and run toward the flying castle.
Okay. Well, the currently resting on the ground at a slight angle castle, but you're heading that way.
Yep.
Okay, and so Zaylene, do you want to try to make a medicine check?
Yeah.
All right.
Eight.
dead.
Yeah, you don't know what's wrong with her. She is her face is kind of like not cold like she's dead, but like chill, like she's kind of pale. And her eyes are closed and she's not responsive. She does seem to be breathing.
Okay. I will try to like pick her up and fireman carry her towards
Okay.
the castle.
Go ahead and make an athletics check.
This is gonna be good. 5.
Okay. Yes, you're watching Zinhorn and Buster and Evan and Ivy recede into the distance as they run away from you.
I'm just like, okay, guys, I'll be there when I get there.
Zinhorn, I think your
How far
passive.
back is
could-
Shailene?
I was just going to say, Zinhorn, your passive perception is high enough to realize that, like, looking back, you see Jenny or Zaylene rather trying to carry Lynn, and it's not going well.
All right. You guys keep going. I hit
No,
the
I got
brakes and
this.
turn around.
I got this. You can fly. So I'll put her in the bag.
Yeah, but I'm the doctor.
Right. Okay. New plan.
How far back are they?
I mean, you guys ran about, like, I don't know, 2 rounds worth.
So, like,
Okay.
We're not in
6
initiative
So, yeah,
right now,
you-
though, so it's like...
He can get there pretty quick. Okay.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Okay. I probably made it like 2 steps. I'm like falling over.
She's really heavy.
She's not though. I mean, that's the problem. I'm
The
just
problem is
really-
she's storing several people within her, so she's
I'm
heavier
like-
than she looks.
I'm made of like bones. Let's here you go.
All right.
It's like,
So,
Brett, like,
do I get
oh,
there?
so tired.
I mean, are you running back to her? That's...
I'm running back to her. Yes.
Okay, all right. Well, you didn't say that. All right. So, then, yes, you did. You got back to her.
All right. Yay! Finally, I can use my medicine check
There you
with
go.
this character.
Good job.
Is it lovely like mine? Oh,
I got a 9.
Yeah, well, there
that's
you go.
almost
Yeah, it's weird.
one better
Can
than
confirm,
me.
not dead.
Yeah. Yeah, so I mean, you are able to glean approximately what Zaleen was in the sense that it is whatever it is there's not any obvious physical injury. She looks kind of pale, and she is not responsive, but she is breathing.
We can have a medical conference later, but we should probably get her into the castle or
Yeah.
something.
I
But I
think
can't carry
I think also Zinhorn, you well, so I think Zinhorn has the highest passive perception. I think that's what we've established previously.
her.
Yeah.
Because of that shield or something.
22.
Yeah, that's pretty high. That's a pretty high passive perception. So you are the first to become aware that the dragon up in the sky has stopped circling the castle, and now looks like it's lining itself up for a strafing run on you guys.
Okay. Um, what's this? What's the spell where I can protect someone from dying?
Well, there's
the
death
stabilizing
ward.
spell.
uh,
There's
No.
like
The
spare the dying. She's not dying. She's just
Death ward. Is it death? I think it's death ward.
Yeah,
death ward prevents death
yeah.
checks.
Yeah, well,
Yeah.
what Death Ward will do is if they take damage that would have reduced them to 0, they will be at 1 hit point instead.
Yeah. I'm gonna cast death ward on Carolina.
Okay. Do you do anything else?
are you like taking her from me?
Do you tell
because,
anybody
like,
else
she's
that
super
hey, it's
heavy?
coming in?
Yeah. Yeah. Incoming, guys. And I will point. I will also like get myself and my shield in front of Carolina.
Okay,
Yeah.
I put her down then. If you're gonna stand in front of her like with the shield, I will put her down because I was holding her. It just wasn't very
Okay.
good.
Yep.
Okay, so with time to prepare, I will say, Zinhorn, that you can choose to completely protect Carolina at the expense of being able to make your own dexterity saving throw.
That was the whole point of the death ward. I'm gonna partially protect her, and
Well, I'm
know
just saying
that she
that
isn't gonna die from this.
but what I'm saying is what's coming is that everybody will need to make a dexterity saving throw that she would fail because she's unconscious, right? Not
Right.
at 0, but non-responsive. You
Right.
can essentially, by choosing to forego making your own dexterity saving throw and taking full damage, you can protect her so that she won't take
I
any.
will do that.
All right.
I will do that.
So,
But-
Hmm?
I was gonna say, do I have time after he says that to cast Mage Armor on myself?
Yes.
Okay.
All right. And as anybody else, do you have an action, Nedry, before you?
Nobody's really close enough. So
I think everyone's kind of clustered around each other now. You know what? I'm going to rule that Evan and Ivy went ahead and ran ahead into the castle, just to simplify things.
Okay.
okay. And it's coming. It's quite a ways away still, right?
No, I'm
it hasn't
I'm
really-
giving you 1 round worth of actions before it's going to come in and make its attack.
No, I mean the creature. If I wanted to affect it.
Oh, I mean, it is, you know what? I'll say that it is 60 feet away.
Okay. Yeah, nothing I have is that I wanted. Well, actually, I will try casting slow on it. That will at least
Okay.
potentially mess it up.
All right.
So that's a wisdom saving throw.
Okay. Yeah,
That's
it got
exactly what it needed.
20. Well, no, that was actually just the rate, just the D20 is a 17. So that was
Yeah,
without the.
but if that's already what it needed, then yeah.
So
Okay.
yeah, unfortunately, it seems to shrug that off, and as it's getting closer and closer, increasingly, what you see that this thing is you see it's as though you started with a metallic dragon, right? And then you take just the thickest parts of its scaly armor that look like the metallic dragon, but everything else looks like it's almost like it's a hollow dragon suit of armor filled with some sort of a radiant fire. Yeah.
I imagine that in his casting the spell, he notices this and kind of like, oh, that's neat. Kind of lost in the moment of thinking about what this could be.
Yes, and as it is zooming down over your heads, it opens its mouth, and it's like pure sunlight. It's not flames. It's like just laser over you. It's still a cone shape, but I think I need everyone to make a dexterity saving throw, including Buster if you have Busters.
Because it's such bright light, do I have to make it at disadvantage?
No.
Okay.
Except for me, I don't roll my saving throw because I'm protecting Carolina.
Mm-hmm.
I do have Buster here if you want.
Okay.
That was dexterity, right?
Mm-hmm.
No particular bonus. Oh, you did pretty well.
Okay, a 19 is actually just good enough to save. And then Nedry saves too. Good job. Zaleen does not save with an 11. And then
Those of us inside
Carolina.
castles.
Yes. Well, they're not directly affected right now, but we'll be jumping back to you in just a moment. But yes, those of you who failed are going to take 59 radiant damage.
Crap.
And those of you who succeeded will take 29. And the dragon has zoomed back, and in fact, as it passes directly, well, you know what? I'm going to say, even though as it passes about 30 feet overhead, flying by, there are things that you could see if you hadn't just been blasted by its radiant breath. So I think you probably don't notice those things, but it is soaring back into the sky again. At this point, Baldu, you hear you're kind of picking yourself up. I think there's been maybe a moment of like, okay, now what? But then you hear the voice just say, "If you want to help my friends. They're outside the castle. We're on the ground."
Which way's quickest way out? Up or down?
Up.
Or show me up.
Yeah,
Right
you're at the bottom, and so you do you go up one level, and in fact you're actually seeing these sort of wall sconces sort of flickering in an order, like to direct you. You immediately one floor up, you leave this spiral staircase, and there's a short hallway, and then a big set of main doors that leads to a ramp down to a rocky sort of plain, and you see outside the castle, you see a big scorch mark along the ground and what seems to be the rest of the party. Also, an Aarakocra woman and a young human man looking really startled are standing there and looking scared, and then they turn and they kind of jump seeing you come up behind them, like, "Hey, who are you?"
Well, here, you and yours are in some kind of trouble, so I'm gonna help out a bit, if that's all right. You don't suppose you got any objections to that?
No, that's fine. And Ivy says, "Yes, please." So I think at this point, the encounter is already different than the map that I made, which is fine. So we're going to keep this in a sort of a theater of the mind, if everyone finds that acceptable. But we're going to use Roll20 just for the turn tracker. So just going to...
Are we doing initiative yet?
That's what I was just going to say. Go ahead and have everyone roll for initiative. And okay, so do you guys see the turn tracker in there? Because everyone sort of popped onto it all of a sudden, and it looks like we've got. So what all do you see on there? Like, do you see everybody?
It just says turn order. It doesn't show the names.
Okay, yeah. So hang on.
Yep.
All right.
They just appeared.
Okay. Yeah. No, I did that. And then
I've got Buster's sheet up, so I can remember.
Yeah. And
I have Evan up.
Okay.
He wants to come running back out.
Probably suggest no.
Yeah. All right. So, just as a heads up, this is probably not going to be the full 100% combat of this, because you're right now dealing with kind of just an immediate attack. But we've got okay, I've got duplicates.
I can't control Buster, so I can't
okay.
select him to set the initiative.
Okay,
I want to let you know.
Tell me the number.
I haven't rolled it, but I will do so. 16.
Because we're not really using the map anyway. It's just to track the turn order.
It would just auto-populate the.
Evans is 15.
Okay. And then Ivy, do we have someone? Oh, I guess.
Starla was doing Ivy, but
yeah. Let's see. I can.
I have her sheet here. I can.
I got an 18.
Okay. All right. If you have her sheet, do you want to just get a quick initiative for her?
Yep, 17.
Okay, great. So, all right, and then of course we need the dragon.
It's all right.
It's done now anyway. Yeah, that's all it wanted, was to just breathe fire on you once.
Basically, it breathes light.
Okay. Okay. Hang on. Why is okay? Okay. It got 18 for its. In fact, actually, just this is what you're looking at.
Like it.
Yeah, here I'll just I'll go ahead and put this on the stream just so everyone can kind of see. So just as a note, we're only using this to just show the tokens. This isn't where you guys are right now, just to be clear. But yes, so as things stand now, then Baldu, you are first up. I would say right now you're about 90 feet from where the rest of them just got flash bulbed.
Okay, and how far away is the dragon from me, and how far away am I from the Scorchmark?
Okay, so you're about 90 feet from like where it made the scorch, where everybody else is. The dragon actually was coming sort of in the direction of the castle, so I would say it's at about 30 feet off the ground, about 60 feet away right now.
Okay.
It looks like it's about to soar back upwards again.
Sure. Okay. All right. I am going to use my movement, my 30 feet of movement to close in on the party, get myself closer to them, and then I want to hold my action for when the dragon passes near me.
Okay. It looks like it's flying
basically-
about 30 feet off the ground right now.
Perfect.
Okay.
My intent is that when it reaches within 30 feet of me, to use Blessing of the Raven Queen / Blessing of the Dark Mistress to appear on its back.
Well, we'll do that in a moment
that.
then. You've got your action held for that. Okay.
Yes.
Excellent. Great. Love it. Okay, Zaylene.
Bonus action, I'm going to cast Sanctuary on Carolina.
Okay.
And then because it just ripped my life force away, I'm going to shoot some Eldritch Blasts at it.
Okay.
That first one is just a 14. So
Yeah,
it's not gonna hit.
14's not going to do it. No.
That one is a 25.
25 will hit. Yeah. Okay.
And then the last one.
You do 4 force damage and make a tiny dent in its one of its armor plates. I mean,
The last one was a 24.
Oh yeah, that'll hit also. Yeah.
And that's 2 more. So 6.
All right. Hey, you know what? Take what you
It's
can
dead.
get. Yeah. It crashes out of the sky. It's all burnt out. It's crying.
You cast hurt feelings.
Yeah.
Exactly.
All right. It is the dragon's turn, and it is first of all going to roll to see if it recharges its breath, and it does. But I think it's not looking at you, Baldu. It's looking towards the castle again, and it looks like it is going to fly past you, and I think it's beginning its breath just about as so. It basically sprays its radiant fire breath across the front of the castle. Evan and Ivy have just ducked inside out of the way. But Sunya obviously is not going to succeed on a dexterity saving throw. But as it's passing overhead, Baldu, it passes 30 feet overhead, and then what do you do?
Blessings of the Raven Queen. I will use one of my actions to appear 30 feet. Or within 30 feet to a place that I can see, and be temporarily immune to damage, which seems good considering this thing looks like it's made of radiant fire.
Yeah. It's also moving at 80 feet around. So
Yeah,
I'd
fine.
say
It'll
make
totally be fine.
make an acrobatics check.
Yeah, I can do that. There we go. That's a 30.
30? Yeah.
Holy crap.
So I think,
Rogue,
the
man.
rest of you
Rogue.
watch as this dragon is flying overhead this strange individual that you've never seen before. He suddenly teleports up onto the dragon's back, and he's now riding it, apparently.
Lead with
I
it.
just yell out, "That's the guy who brought the dragon! Get him!"
Yeah.
Welcome to the party.
Yep. I mean, if you wanted to convince
That's what
them
it
that you were
seems
on the
like.
dragon's side, it would, right now, it seems like that's exactly what's going on.
Yeah, perhaps haven't thought this
Oh,
entirely
well,
through.
hey, you know what? We'll see how it all plays out. But in the meantime, you didn't have anything else. It was just that was the movement up onto its back.
Yeah, so technically that's a bonus action to use that, but I think holding on is probably
Oh,
gonna
yeah, no, I
require
mean-
the rest of my action. So
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
I'll
But you are now
Think
on
of
its
something
back
witty to say.
well enough that you're not immediately getting blown off. But then the dragon does move another 60 feet kind of up at an angle. So it's about I think 30 feet away from the castle now, 60 feet off the ground.
Okay.
All right.
Don't fall.
Zinhorn, it is your turn.
Okay. Who else failed their dex saving throw?
Me.
Okay. Rushama, heal my allies. And we both get 30 hit points back.
Oh, thank you.
You're welcome.
Are you going to try to move to where you can not be so exposed? Up to you.
That seems like a reasonable idea.
No?
Yes, I'm going to move to. I'm going to pick up Carolina and move toward the castle.
I think you are strong. Well, remind me, what's your strength score?
My strength is 16.
Okay. I'm not going to make you move half speed, but I will make you need to make an athletics check.
Okay. A 12.
Okay, I think that's enough. That she's not that heavy or anything, so you're able to get her up on your shoulder and run. I think to pick her up probably was an action, or no, you used your action to do the healing, right? You know what? I'll just go ahead and say you moved 30 feet, but you can't dash further or anything. Okay, great.
Yep.
So you are now 60 feet from the castle entrance.
Okay.
Ivy she's hang on,
I've got her sheet here.
oh yeah, sorry. I need to. Do you want to just run her?
Sure. Yep.
Okay. And feel free to, of course, think it's reasonable from her perspective that the goal here should be to get everyone inside rather than have more people go outside. But I'll allow you to make those decisions on her behalf in the moment.
Sure. I think she's going to use her bonus action to shout out to. Who would she shout out to? Well, I'll let you make the choice who she would shout out to help.
Well, Zinhorn's probably closest and is obviously carrying Carolina. That makes sense to me.
Then Ivy is going to help Zinhorn to evade any strike that comes in.
All right.
So a help to give a bonus on dodging or evasion or that sort of thing.
Right.
I'm thinking if there's another dexterity roll, then that becomes an advantage. And then for her own action, she's going to hide.
Yeah.
It's kind of behind the edge of the wall there. So
yeah, she can easily just duck out of the doorway and have total cover.
Yep, there you go. And 24, so no one even knows she's there.
All right. So it would be Buster's turn, although I probably running along to keep up with Zinhorn was what I don't know. Well, you tell me, I guess. What's Buster doing? He probably didn't like that radiant breath at all.
No, and I should have done the damage on that one. He's got lots. I would imagine that Buster is actually kind of flanking Zinhorn on the side towards the dragon.
Yeah.
Sort of in between and protective. So
makes
simple
sense.
as
that. Okay, what about Evan?
Evan is gonna, if he ducks out the door, like if he comes out like 15 feet, can he see the dragon?
Yeah, it would be about 60 feet away right now.
Okay, he's gonna do his multi-attack with his hand crossbow, but they're at disadvantage.
Right. Okay.
Is that rolled both of them? So that first one was a 9.
Yeah.
A 22 and a 12.
Yeah, unfortunately, both of those are going to miss. I think that natural one sails right by Baldur's head.
So the other one was an 18 and a 15.
Oh, yeah, I forgot he has 3, huh? Yeah, that's right.
Yep.
Unfortunately, though, 15 is still not enough. It clangs off of one of the metallic pieces of armor that this seems to compose this dragon's more physical portions. All right, Nedry.
So approximately how far away from the castle? Are we talking like 1,000 feet or
You are
100?
90.
300 away before.
So what we established is at the start of initiative, you're 90 feet away.
Okay, perfect. Then he's going to literally hop, skip, and jump as he runs forward, casts Misty Step to appear just ahead of where Zinhorn was, and then runs to the castle.
Okay, great. So that's, I mean, you've moved. Oh, you dashed plus
That's
bonus.
80.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's 80 feet, so he's still technically 10 feet away.
Yeah, so I think you're maybe at the bottom of the ramp.
Sure.
Yeah. All right, great. Okay. Baldu, it is your turn. Remind me how long you were immune to damage there?
Until now.
Okay.
The start of my turn.
All right. You don't immediately
yeah.
take damage or anything. It's not like you're I think it's unpleasantly hot to touch, but you're not literally burning for hit points.
Good stuff. Just out of interest, with
Yeah?
this dragon, I mean, he's looking pretty skeletal. Is he undead by chance?
So, yes. B, it's not so much skeletal because so your conclusion is still that it's probably undead, but it's almost the opposite of skeletal. Imagine if a dragon had armor, a suit of armor shaped for a dragon. It's like just the armor, hollow inside.
Gotcha. Okay, that's terrifying. I guess we should
it
kill
does seem
then.
undead-ish, yeah, though.
Okay, so I'm going to unsheath the Shade Blade and stab it mightily, I hope.
All right.
Here goes everything.
Okay.
Yeah, feeling pretty confident about that.
Yeah, a 30 will hit, yes.
That is...
That's reasonable.
Yes. Unfortunately, no. So you would not have sneak attack on this attack because there's nothing else.
I appreciate that.
Yeah.
It just like auto rolled the sneak.
Oh
attack
no, that's
attack.
totally fine. I'm just clarifying. So you would have the necrotic damage A, and then the extra for against undead. So 16.
Yeah. 16 plus 7 for proficiencies and blade funness.
No, I think that's added already in the little account here. So like if you look at the 8 necrotic damage, you rolled a 1 on the damage die. Yeah, that's all right. We've been using that.
If you hover over it, it shows you.
Yeah, but hey, I mean 16 damage. You know that's.
Yeah, it's not bad. And then, yes, that is going to.
It
be my everything.
It makes a hollow metallic snarling sound, and you see its head just sort of twitch back a little bit to like look up at you. So,
I hold a bonus action to teleport to the ground.
I don't think so. Sorry. I mean, you can use a bonus action. You can't hold a bonus action. Yeah. And you're also currently 60 feet in the air, so.
Yeah. So.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's it's all good.
Yeah. So that's all right. So you're going to stay on there, or.
For now.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay.
What could possibly go wrong?
Okay, so what it does is it's going to use a legendary action. And you see its paws sort of reach out and then slam themselves against its chest plate, making this loud ringing, almost like a gong sound. And I need you to make a Constitution saving throw.
I like the sound of that. It's going to be an 11.
Okay, so that's going to be a failure.
Have you had a new player die in the first session before?
Not yet, but there's always a first time.
First time for everything.
Yeah. Wow, those are some high damage rolls too. So that's going to be 34 thunder damage. And I think that you're also probably going to need to make another dexterity saving throw to evade falling off after that happens.
Last time.
Yeah, you're good at dexterity saving throws. Well, there you go. That's a natural 20 on there. So I would say if it is your call to still want to be on the dragon's back, you are able to accomplish that. Alternately, I would allow you to try to
60 feet is a big dismount.
Yeah, I was trying to think. No, I don't think you're close. You're not close enough to the castle to try to jump off and land on the roof of the castle. You're not close enough. Yeah, so I think so you can choose to either drop or stay on the dragon. It's your call.
How quickly does one fall?
If it's less than 500 feet, it's essentially instant.
Okay.
So if you drop, you would go ahead and fall right now and take the damage, unless you have a reaction to stop something or do something else.
Reactions.
Like if you had feather fall or something like that.
I don't imagine uncanny dodge would help. Yeah.
I mean, I think I would allow you to use uncanny dodge for that to essentially have your fall damage.
Yeah, let's graciously slide down the length of this thing, and plummet to my death.
Well, hopefully not.
How far away is he?
Well, so let's see. It would be about 60 feet away for you.
Yeah.
Okay. Seeing that he's clearly not either competent or
you're watching the dragon soar up and then like make this gonging sound and then.
I will cast Featherfall.
Well, there you go. You are surprised, perhaps. I guess I shouldn't tell you that you're surprised, but you find yourselves gently floating to the ground instead of falling and taking damage. Okay, great. Zaylene, that makes it your turn.
Okay. I did not use my movement my last turn.
I will allow that you could have. You could have used because you didn't do anything that would have prevented you. You just didn't say it. So
right.
So you would be 60 feet now.
I'm going to cast invisibility on myself.
Okay.
And I'm going to use my movement to move 30 feet closer to the castle.
Okay, great. So if you had moved 30 feet last time too, you would now be 30 feet remaining.
Mm-hmm.
All right, and invisible.
Yes.
Okay. It is the dragon's turn. It does not regenerate its radiant breath. Let's see. It kind of does a little bit of like an aerobatic loop to now be flying back in the other direction. And as it passes overhead, everybody who's still running towards the castle, I need everyone to make a wisdom saving throw.
Is it magical in nature?
Yes. So this would basically be everybody who's not inside the castle yet.
I got a 12.
Okay.
18.
All right. We're looking for 19. But on a failed save, what you find is that just somehow you feel like it's just like it's somehow making everything just feel harder. Like your strength is being sapped in some way. What happens is that until the end of the dragon's next turn, your speed is halved and you have disadvantage on attack rolls. Did anyone save on that?
Mm-mm.
Okay. All right, so that's everybody then for now. So it now has flown like back over around to where the scorch was, and so it's currently flying away from the castle, but it could certainly turn around again. Zinhorn.
I'm gonna keep running,
Mm-hmm.
which should get me caught up to Zaleen. And bonus action, um, mass healing word.
Okay. I think you would probably have Zaleen, yourself, Nedry, and Baldu all in that range.
And Buster, if
And
it,
Buster, yeah.
has that many.
Yep. Just check up to 6 creatures in a 30-foot sphere.
Mm-hmm.
So everyone is going to get 21 hit points back.
Oh, nice. I'm almost back to where I was.
Nice.
Thank you, Zinhorn.
All right.
Indeed.
You are very welcome.
So that's a bonus action. So you still technically have your action. Are you dashing?
My action was running.
Okay. Okay. So
I can dash.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, you did your movement speed,
Yeah.
and so if you used your action to dash, you can get all the way to the castle.
The castle.
Yeah.
All right. That's what I'm going to do.
Okay. Great.
All right.
You hear Sunia kind of say, "Welcome back, Zinhorn." She's upset, it seems. All right, that would make it Ivy's turn. She. Oh, you know what? I take it back. Because of the sapping presence, you would not have been able to get that far because you're moving half speed because of the sapping presence of the dragon.
Okay.
Apologies to have complicated that. So you would still be 30 feet away.
Okay. Got it.
All right. It is
Wasn't
Ivy.
Zinhorn? Wasn't Zinhorn ahead of me though? Like, didn't he go?
You ran past me. I only got 30 feet.
Okay.
And then you went 60.
He was
and
only
then I
ahead of
caught up to
you when we hadn't had included your previous round's movement, right?
Oh, I thought he had already started running towards the castle
It-
before
let-
we.
let's-
Never mind.
Yeah. Let's not worry
Yeah.
too much about it.
Yeah.
So what is Ivy doing at this point?
Kind of the same sort of thing, directing people so that they can avoid an attack again. So, and then hiding herself in the castle.
I think at this point, Brennan has joined the crew at the doorway, but I think he is, he is encouraging everybody to run inside. He's not joining the initiative at the moment. So I think Baldu, you would be aware that there's an orc gentleman who has now with the crew in the doorway there. But let's see, that was we just did Zinhorn's turn and Ivy's turn. There we go. Buster.
Just did Ivy.
Yeah, Buster probably still shadowing Zinhorn, I would guess.
Yep. Kind of keeping eyes on the dragon. Probably
Right.
kind of turning around him for that. So.
What about Evan? The dragon would be like
I think
9.
Evan, if he did try to shoot
right
at it
back.
again, it would be at disadvantage.
Okay, yeah. I mean, it would be
So,
90
he's gonna
feet
go-
away now. So
Yeah, he has a 31-20 range. So
okay, there you go.
yeah.
So 13's
Yeah,
not going
no.
to do it. Well, let's see. A 22 would hit, but it will need to be with disadvantage.
Yeah.
Also, it looks like that was a short sword roll, but it's the same die. So.
Oh yeah. Duh. Did I hit it again?
Only
okay.
3 rolls
I
came
thought
through.
I
It looked
did.
like. Okay, so yeah,
That's
that's
just a 13.
yeah, should be 2 more.
Yep.
Okay. Yeah, unfortunately, they're all sailing wide, and it's got these long sort of fiery wings that are kind of deceptive. It makes it hard to really nail down its profile, especially at range. Okay, Nedry.
Okay, I think that having saved someone, he feels like he owns him. Not really, but he's going to try. Nedry will whip out his pen and, in his vision, draw a circle around this strange stranger and drag the end of the line back to stand beside him and cast Vortex Warp with the intention that he'll arrive partially in the bag.
Okay. All right. So I believe we did that like a grapple before, right? Like that's how we did trying to put someone in the bag.
Well, the Vortex Warp is the first part.
Right, right. But then once he arrives,
it is,
right.
Yeah, it is resisted
Okay.
if they don't know what's happening.
Okay. So he could try to resist.
Yeah, he can voluntarily not resist,
All right.
but he sees weird shimmering blue bands form around him, and then there's a line back to Nedry.
Yeah. You feel magic that seems like it's trying to physically move you, Baldu. What do you resist?
Still in the air, or am I still?
No, you would have landed, but softly enough that you weren't hurt.
Okay.
And also presumably got some healing from Zinhorn's spell.
Yeah. I will not resist getting pulled back.
Okay. All right. So you know what? I'm just going to go ahead. I think that he still needs to be able to roll again to not get sucked into the bag. Otherwise, that could be too game breaking. That anything that fails one saving throw is automatically. All right. So I think we did that like a grapple before, right?
Yeah.
Oh god,
I'm
going in the bag. It's
well,
a strength check.
No. When
this
you're resisting,
this is the two worst people to have this happen against.
Yeah,
so it's
you can roll acrobatics honestly, and Nedry is trying to roll athletics.
Can he roll acrobatics because he's trying to bounce around and get him?
Yeah, I'll allow that. Yeah.
Because they're both bad.
Normally, a grapple check would need to be. Yeah.
Either sides of the bad.
So you find yourself like poofing into location next to this gnome who's trying to put you in a bag that seems way too small for that. But so
well, if it were you that made me not go splat on the ground, I appreciate that. But I'm not sure what you're up to with the bag, and we'll talk about that later if we don't die to this dragon. Let's go.
Right, can't trust you much yet. But
and he starts walking towards the door. And he's got just enough movement to get in the door.
Yeah.
10 feet.
All right, Baldu, it is your turn. You are now like basically right at the bottom of the ramp. So, you're moving half speed, so 20 feet of movement would get you inside.
Who else is still outside?
Well, Zinhorn is still outside. He's carrying Carolina. And Zaleen is too, but she has turned invisible, so you don't actually see her. So by the time she is now close enough for you to have maybe recognized her, she's invisible.
Gotcha. Good stuff. I will bonus action steady aim to give myself advantage, canceling out the disadvantage on the attack.
Okay.
And then try and go pew with my short bow.
All right.
21?
A 21 does hit.
Alrighty. And that would be 8 piercing damage.
All right. Tink. Yeah.
And that is the entirety of my turn.
All right. Okay. That makes it Zaleen, your turn.
How far is the dragon away from me now?
I think so. You would be 30 feet from the castle right now, right? So it's like 65 feet behind you now.
Okay.
Or
I'm going to turn
feet.
around, and I'm going to spend 2 points of my skin, and I'm going to cast the shadowy tendrils out around it.
Okay. It is huge in size. Let me double check
It's within an area of 30 feet in diameter.
Oh, 30 feet in diameter. Yeah. Huge in size is basically 3 by 3 on the map. So yeah, that would do it. Remind me, it doesn't even get a saving throw. You've just got it, right?
Yep. And then it can leave, but it has to succeed on a 17 strength check.
Right. Okay. Well, so
but that was just to sort of buy some time.
Baldu, as a dark elf, suddenly appears from invisibility and suddenly traps this fiery, radiant armor dragon in a writhing sphere of shadowy tendrils. You're pretty sure you found who you were looking for.
I think I'm here to help you out, but it looks like you might have everything under control.
I don't know who you are, and I say this as I'm running, like all out of breath. But we can talk inside the castle.
Yeah,
that sounds like a plan. That does.
So it is now the dragon's turn, and it will try to get out. So it is making a disadvantage strength check, trying to beat 17, right? Mm-hmm. Disadvantage because that's what the shadowy thing does. All right, so I'm rolling 2d20s, and it's getting the both a 6 and an 8. So the 8. So it got a 15, so it doesn't make it out this time. But I think
so that gives us.
I think you see though there are little places within the shadowy sphere where, like, just occasionally in the areas where it's not quite as thick, you see flares of light, and you see this thing is very angry, trying to fight its way out.
This is what I do, like, right before I go into the guest.
Yeah. So the sapping presence has ended. Everybody is back to normal as far as movement speed, etc. Zinhorn, it's your turn.
So we're no longer at disadvantage to hit.
Correct. But it's also now trapped in Zalene's shadowy sphere.
Okay, so does that give us bonus to hit? Or
no, it means you can't see it at all.
That's okay, because it gives us time.
Okay. How far away is it from us?
90 feet.
Damn. I am going to hold Guiding Bolt until I can see it.
Okay. I think you're hearing Brennan from behind you saying, "Come inside! You're still carrying Carolina!"
Oh, duh. Yes. I come inside. Thank you, Brennan.
No problem. All right. So that is you. So you go ahead, and I think if you go ahead and you use your action to dash, you can get yourself and Carolina all the way inside.
Yes, I do.
Okay. Ivy's.
Well,
all right.
we're no longer slowed.
Yeah.
So I'm 30 feet away, so I can still run into the castle.
Yeah. Okay.
I can put Carolina. Well, I'd still be holding her, but I can turn and save my action to hold my action for a guiding bolt.
All right. Yep. You can do that. Absolutely.
Okay.
All right.
All right.
Ivy, I think, is looking at you and just saying, "We're trying to run away, yes? Yes? No? Seems would like the prudent move at the moment."
We're trying to regroup so that we can counterattack. But first, get people to cover. Mm-hmm. Something's wrong with Carolina.
All right. So does Ivy take any other actions?
Probably just once again sort of hiding. There's nobody. Wait, is Baldu still outside?
Yeah, he's just at the base of the ramp.
Okay, so yeah, again the help action. Just this way, and you'll get some cover. Don't worry.
Why is Nedry talking in English accent now?
That's Ivy.
Oh.
Yeah. Speaking for Ivy. Yeah. Uh, now that we've got an actual person with an accent, please don't take offense.
It's just to make
any of
it's just
our-
to make John uncomfortable.
Oh, okay.
Oh, I thought that was this chair that was making me uncomfortable.
Oh well. Okay, so I would
Is it
imagine.
an accent chair?
So Buster.
I think Buster's backing into the hole, kind of again, kind of facing outward towards the thing and making menacing growls. But that's about it.
Well, probably
Looking back
menacing
for
growl
Zinhorn.
at Baldu on the way too. So yes, in addition to these other individuals, there's also basically a grizzly bear-sized, rubbery gray-skinned monster with an enormous toothy jaws and 6 yellow eyes. Seems to be following the Dragonborn around.
As you do.
Sure. All right, and then Evan.
Evan is just gonna he's just gonna start ushering people in, like helping how he can to get everybody inside.
Yeah. All right, Nedry.
Nedry will reach over and tap Zinhorn, cast Protection from Good and Evil. Tap the book to give Zinhorn. Where is it here? Wow, it's been a while since I've done this. It's so weird. Let's see. Give Zinhorn. Oh, really? Double ones? Wow. 2 temporary hit points. But you do have the protection from good and evil. I don't know if it matters in this case, but there you go.
All right. Thank you.
All right. So I think now that everyone except Baldu is inside, I think Sunia does say, "Should I close the ramp or let him back inside?"
You can let him in. I think he's here to talk to me or something. I don't know.
All right. Baldu, your turn.
Am I remembering correctly that Zinhong you took the help action for me?
No, that was Nedry.
Oh,
I gave you
Nedry.
hit
No, it
points
was
back.
Ivy.
Gotcha.
Yeah, so it was
Oh,
Ivy the Aarakocra.
Gotcha. Okay.
Sure.
All right. So
We've
I
got a lot of
will
NPCs
head on
here.
up the ramp. And how far away is the dragon? It's like 90 feet, you said?
Yes, but it's also currently completely enclosed within this writhing, shadowy
Yeah.
sphere.
Yeah, that's unfortunate.
Super
Alrighty.
inconvenient.
Yeah, I know.
Of
I
course,
guess I'll
when you're
just
in it.
head on inside up the ramp and hold an attack in case it gets within short bow range. And turn around and say, I appreciate you letting me inside. I know it's strange circumstances, what with me showing up at the same time as a dragon and who knows what else, but I appreciate all you've done for not throwing me too well to the dragon. Thank you.
All right.
You're welcome.
So it is your turn, Zaleen.
Are we all in?
Yep.
Okay. I'm gonna just be like, Sunya, if you want to leave, we can leave, but it's probably gonna follow us.
Well,
I don't want it to hurt you.
well, neither do I. It didn't. We saw it once before, but it didn't attack us until we came closer to the temple.
It's after us. Carolina used the deck of cards, and she said she thinks maybe she released it right before this happened to her.
So we're kind of in loose initiative right now. I'm rolling again for its turn next, although it just got a 16. It's actually rolled. It's been rolling poorly, but it is still stuck in the sphere for another round.
Isn't
Okay.
that just disadvantage?
It is. It's been rolling. It's been rolling low. So right now I rolled the d20 and I just added. And so the result there, the 12 is not is that's not the result. The result is the higher of those or the lower of those two rolls. Yeah. So never mind.
Right,
You're
which is
right.
worse than last time.
Yeah. It should. Yes. So I actually said it wrong, but the result is the same.
Okay.
It does not succeed.
Yeah.
But yeah.
We have to deal with it. We have to deal with it because we can't leave it out there. But I don't know if Carolina can put it back in the deck or if we have to kill it.
You think it would fit in the mirror? We haven't tried that yet.
Ooh.
Well,
Maybe
if
now
we're
would
in
be
the
the
air,
time.
we could use my cannonade.
Oh,
All right. Let's use the cannonade.
Well, if we're on the ground, we can't position ourselves to aim at it. The cannons
Well, then
only
that-
point out two of the sides. In the air, I can rotate.
Definitely take off if you can. If you're not hurt.
Well, I'm certainly able for the moment, but I don't think I would care to experience many more of those blasts. But in the meantime, though, the ramp will go up and close, and the propellers will start, and you'll feel the whole thing sort of shift and lift into the air again.
Does somebody need to man the cannons?
And Brennan says, we've got Sequential and Sorashana up at one side, and Lord Yobert is over at the other already.
Okay. I will direct Evan to go help Lord Gilbert.
Okay. Ivy will go to the other one.
And then can we find like open windows where we could cast out of if we need to?
Not really, but there's you could certainly go to the roof.
Okay.
All right.
Okay. And I lose my spell slot, right?
Yeah.
Can I fire blind anyway? Since I'm going to lose it anyway.
It's currently complete. It has total cover, so I mean, you could shoot it, but it won't be able.
Not
to
only
hit.
that, but like a round passed already, so you would have lost it.
Okay. All right.
Yeah. Sorry. Like it had complete cover anyway. So it wouldn't have mattered. Do you all try to run up to the ceiling then? Or the roof, I mean?
To the roof. Yep.
Yeah.
All right. Well, let me actually put you up on my roof map. We'll have to probably redo. Remember what your initiatives. Well, hang on. Let me. Yeah, hang on. I'm gonna. If I shift the map screen, it'll lose that, but we can be properly on the roof map.
It looks like it kept the initiative.
Okay, good.
Oh, did it?
Yep.
I'm still loading.
Gone blank for me.
Oh.
Yeah.
All right.
But I can see it on her screen.
Okay.
Yeah. So yeah, it should be. It might take a minute to load in, but it should be there. You're all coming up the staircase. Evan and Ivy are not there. And this isn't obviously right there. It's further off. But what Sunia tells you as you're racing up the stairs is that I am able to maneuver somewhat to my, on my own, but precision would be optimized if someone were to operate the controls.
I will move toward the controls.
All right, and that's basically like this the panel towards the center top there, right there. Does everyone
Okay.
see the map now?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Okay, good. All right, so the way this works now is that the two sides that have the telescopes on the next level down are the cannonades, and you can have those basically ready to fire. And so if the dragon passes, within their sort of cone of effect, then you can have, call down to have those fire, and there's communication controls from the panel where Zinhorn is. So Zinhorn, you would be using your action to maneuver the castle to try to point it, but then
Okay.
you can potentially have the cannons fire. So right now there's been a couple of rounds go by, so let me try to see if the dragon would have escaped itself or not yet. Okay, yes. In fact, I think you would have felt on your way up the stairs, Zaline, you would have felt it break free.
Mm-hmm.
And so on your way up, it's not immediately obvious anywhere, so what do? You know that it must be free, but you don't see it immediately, so what do you do?
I yell out and let everybody know that it's no longer contained, and to be on the lookout because it's pretty mad. And then I run up the steps,
Okay.
to get to the roof.
Well, no. So we'll say now
Oh,
that
we're already on the roof.
So
Okay.
let's go ahead and just resume the initiative order. So you're now all on the roof level. So Baldur, this is your turn.
I guess I will make my way to, assuming I can reach. Is I can make it almost to the optics here, with the intent of manning them to spy a dragon. But yeah, without the dragon in sight,
Yeah. Go ahead and
Not
make
much I
a
can
perception check.
sure. That's a pretty good one.
You are confident that it is not anywhere on that side of the castle that like you don't see it over there. You're pretty sure you've thoroughly searched, your perimeter of,
It's all
visibility.
clear over here.
Yep.
We can't see a bloody thing. Well, we can, just not the dragon.
Yeah, it's the castle is currently about 60 feet off the ground and climbing and moving along the ground a little bit. Okay, Zaline.
I'm curious
Mhm.
about this person that just appeared and said that they were looking for me, so I'm just
Fair,
gonna kind
yeah.
of follow down here.
All right.
And I will hold witch bolt if the dragon appears
Okay.
and fire it off.
What's the range of that? Like, how close would it have to get?
30 feet.
Okay. All right. Then it is the dragon's turn, but none of you can see it at the moment, so you don't know where it is. Zinhorn, your turn.
I am going to use my perception to look for the dragon, and hold an action to manipulate the controls to get one of the guns in line with it.
Okay. So first, go ahead and make your perception check.
Okay, I get advantage, so the natural one is ignored. I got a natural one twice,
Oh,
so
no.
I got 2 8s.
Yeah, I think you are still figuring out the control panel. You think you've got it, but it really took all your attention to just sort of figure out, okay, wait, no, I do this, and does that, but you weren't really able to look around very much. All right. So Buster would have tromped up the stairs along with you, I guess.
Yep.
So.
Yep.
So what's he up to? Is he?
Mark?
I'm without orders. I can't move the token at the moment.
Oh, okay.
But without orders, I think he's basically following Zinhorn and looking for anything, but also kind of snuffling and looking around to see if he can spot that thing.
Should be able to do it now.
Yeah. So where did Zinhorn go off to?
He's up at the top center. Yeah.
Probably jump right over. Tromp,
All right.
tromp, tromp, tromp. Looking around, kind of trying to look like what Zinhorn's doing, but not really understanding why.
All right, Nedry.
This might help. Why not? How close did the dragon get to me? Did he get within 30 feet? Let's ask that question specifically.
It flew 30 feet overhead, but it was also doing that as it blasted you with its radiant breath. So.
Sure. But that's about 30 feet? So it was within 30 feet of me.
At one point, yeah.
Okay. Zinhorn will feel the protection fade around him
Okay.
as Nedry turns a complicated symbol in the air, and then which looks kind of like a compass, and then pushes his hand through it and thinks of the dragon. And I will cast Locate Creature.
Nice. Okay, that's why it had to have at least at one point been within 30 feet of you.
Been within 30 feet.
Nice. Yeah. Excellent. Yeah, you get a ping. It's coming from if north is the top of our current map, it's coming from the southeast.
Okay, and Nedry will shout out, "It's coming from that direction." So, it's not a very specific spell, but it lasts for an hour.
Hey,
so,
yeah. All right.
And I think he himself is going to move kind of into the upper part of the turret there, just so he can see over the edge.
Okay, great. That makes it Baldur, your turn again.
Okay.
Yes.
So we believe it's coming from the southeast.
Yeah.
Rats. So I am going to burn through my bonuses. I will Blessings of the Raven Queen 30 feet to here, and then move my 30 feet to there.
Okay.
So that I am now manning this, so we can get a better bead on it, and see if I can actually see it.
Yeah, go ahead and
if I
make
can see.
another perception check.
Alrighty. That's gonna be 19.
Okay. Yeah, you do see it. It's a bit lower. It's flying low to the ground, but it is coming up fast. It is currently about, 160 feet away.
There she blows. To the side, down there. Over. I normally only. Well, actually, I never normally do this. It's not something, but I've always wanted to say, "There she blows." She blows down there. So down and over there.
Can't see anything out here. I'm blind.
All right. So, Zaylene, it's your turn, though.
I'm going to move. I'm going to move down here, trying to get closer to the south side of the castle.
Okay.
But, and then I'm going to hold an Eldritch Blast this time.
Okay. So it is the other side, right? That just to be clear.
Yeah, but I can only go 30 feet.
Okay. Well, I was just saying you seemed like you were
Oh.
moving towards the southwest side. Is all.
Yeah, I was just going south.
Okay, that's fine.
That's all.
I just wanted to make sure it wasn't a misunderstanding. Okay, great. Okay.
Plus, I don't want everybody to cluster in one spot again.
Yeah. Okay. At this point, let me measure this out. Yeah. Okay. So at this point, the dragon is flying. It is flying full speed, and it dashes on its turn. Hang on, I need it. There we go. And as it dashes, it is able to close that distance of 160 feet completely, and it slams itself into the side of the castle again in the way that you had seen it do a couple of times when it was in the air before. So everybody make a dexterity saving throw. Okay, we're getting some low rolls there. Okay.
Here, I have some of my deck save. I don't need all this.
Yeah. So certainly the 26 is fine, Baldu. Yeah, you're an old hand at this by now. I think that Nedry, you fall. Oh wait, no, that 11 is for Buster, right? I think Buster is kind of knocked off his feet in the same spot, so he's prone. But I think that, gosh, trying to decide, like, I didn't establish a specific number in my head for risk of falling overboard. I think
9's pretty low.
Yeah. I think Nedry, you're in the turret there. I think that. So how about this? The two of you get to each make another dexterity saving throw to try to grab on before you are falling overboard. You are knocked off your feet, sent reeling towards the railing, but
Nedry and me.
Yeah.
And
Okay.
well, mine didn't show up, but I got a 9.
Oh my
Okay.
god.
Well, Zinhorn,
Bye.
yeah. Okay, yeah. So,
Oh.
yeah, we'll deal with that in just a second. So, Zinhorn, I think that you also fall prone, away and slide like 15 feet away from the controls.
Okay, I got a 2 on the second time.
Well, you weren't right by the side is the point.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so it was, so Zaylene, yeah, you feel the castle reel under your feet and you try to grab on, but you are finding yourself sliding over the side. Do you have any sort of a reaction or anything you can do?
I don't think I do.
Can Nedry see her?
You.
Yeah, I would say so. I mean, yeah, I'll give you that opportunity.
She's just within the 60 feet, so he will cast Featherfall on her.
Okay.
That means you fall gracefully as the dragon goes and kills you, but at least you're falling gracefully.
Rip.
All right. So, yeah, so I think you find yourself safely landing on the ground, but that's not optimal, given that everyone else is up on the castle. But yeah, so that was the dragon's turn this time. Zinhorn, it's your turn.
Yep. I'm going to stand back up and get back to the controls.
You have just enough movement to do that. You still have your action.
Yep. Still don't see a dragon, right?
Well, no, the dragon just crashed into the castle and made it rock. That's why everyone had to make a saving throw. So, I mean, you don't see it at the moment, eyes on, but you know where it came from and that it's like, has to be right on the castle right now, and you know where it came, which direction it came from.
All right. Well, I'm going to hold Sacred Flame.
Well, you don't want to use the controls to try to maneuver the castle?
Oh, yeah. I'm going to try and maneuver the castle.
Okay. What's your priority right now? Because you saw that Zaleen went over the side. So you could either be maneuvering the castle to try to go pick her up, or you can be trying to point the cannons at the dragon.
I saw Nedry. Did I see Nedry do something? I've got a pretty good perception.
Yes. You have 22 passive perception. So
then I'm gonna angle the tower, the castle to fire.
Okay, so go ahead and make an intelligence check with advantage because Sunia is technically helping you.
All right. First roll was a 16. Second roll was a 9. So 16.
Okay. Yeah, so a 16 is enough, and just as far as relative positioning is concerned, the dragon is now here. So now, because they were waiting, this is sequential and Sorashana's side. Do you call out that they should fire?
Yes.
All right, somebody roll for them. You're rolling a +6.
With advantage or?
No, not with advantage, just as an attack +6.
Oh, wow.
Okay. Yeah, 14, unfortunately. The cannon is... Actually, do roll one more time, because I'll say that where more than one cannon is firing. Okay, yeah. Unfortunately, both of those miss, and the dragon veers to the side. But I think the sound of the cannons is impressive, and you're feeling like, yeah, that seems like a workable thing if we just, don't miss the next time. Okay, that was Zinhorn's turn. Buster was knocked prone last time, but he could get up.
I think sensing that there's a thing over on that side, he will get distracted and run over to the side to see what it is.
Sure.
Kind of growl at it.
Mm-hmm. All right. And Nedry, now your turn.
Nedry will stand up and peer over the edge at Zaleen, hopefully still alive.
Mm-hmm.
How far away is Zaleen?
So the castle is 60 feet off the ground, and we'll say that it's about 40 feet off of, from the top of the tower to the bottom of the tower. So you're about 100 feet total.
Okay. Then he will draw a much larger line than normal, and I will upcast Vortex Warp. At third level, its distance is 120 feet.
Nice!
And bring her back up safely on deck.
Nedry! You're
Always
hero.
fly Nedry. It's much safer.
Pulls you.
You're my hero.
Very nice.
And actually, I can put her anywhere, so
Okay,
I'm going to put her on the opposite side so she's facing off against the dragon and can potentially do something on her turn.
Nice.
So I'm over here?
Yeah, kind of over this area.
Okay.
Yeah, that's good.
Well, I moved. To where you put it.
That's fine.
Okay.
All right. Very cool. Okay, so that's Nedry's turn. Presumably you also stand up. Do you move?
Yeah, he sort of stood up, toddled over to the edge so he can look down.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So Baldu, your turn. You see the dragon now at it positioned on the map appropriately.
So the big telescope isn't blocking.
No, I mean no. You can see it.
Perfect. In that case, I'm gonna use my bonus action to steady aim, giving me advantage on the attack.
Mm-hmm.
Because we rogues will love a 24.
That'll do it.
And then we go back to normal and whole mess of dice. Would you look at that? That's beautiful.
Well, you still need to have sneak attack. You wouldn't have that at the moment.
No, he had advantage.
Oh. Oh yeah, yeah.
Mhm.
Huh?
That's
Okay,
the
yeah.
trick.
No,
That's
you're
nasty.
right.
Yes.
Probably should have had it. I didn't do that for your last attack, but we'll move forward. But it certainly counts here. So 26, nice. Yeah, you just.
Well, I didn't have it on my last attack.
Oh right, because it would have been disadvantage. I gotcha.
Yes.
No,
And they
perfect,
canceled
perfect. You're
each
right.
other out. Yep.
Yeah, it's been a while since I DM'd a rogue. Anyway, great. Yeah,
That's my turn.
yeah, you get a significant hit on its faceplate. All right, Zaleen, your turn.
I'm going to bonus action spiritual weapon. It rolls the dice too. I didn't roll it.
That's right.
So
Well,
it didn't hit, but
yeah, but it's out now.
yeah.
Let's
And
get
then
you
for my
your key token.
and then for my action, I'm gonna Eldritch Blast.
Okay. All right. So, key token was over there. Where good attack. There you go. Okay.
So 24 and a natural 20.
Nice. So the 9 doesn't hit, obviously, but the 24
Yeah.
does, and then the 28 will, be crit.
Do I roll that one twice?
Yeah, roll.
Does that
Yeah,
help?
one more d10. All right, that's good. So
So
5 for the
7.
first one, and then 17. Yeah, nice.
22.
Yeah, it's the all that armor has taken a little bit of a beating, but it is now its turn, and it's gonna swoop over here. And let's see. Let me get the ruler out. Gets a little bit closer. And it is once again using its radiant breath. And that's going to be Zinhorn, Buster, Baldu, and Zaleen need to make dexterity saving throws.
Is this considered fire?
No, it is radiant damage.
All right.
Natural 20.
Nice.
3.
Yeah, 3 isn't going to succeed. Looks like Buster saves. Balder saves. But Zinhorn did not. Okay. So everyone, let me. Okay, hang on. I've got the wrong thing up. There it is. Okay. Okay, if you failed the save, which would apply to Zinhorn, that's going to be 58 radiant damage, as it once again this laser beam of light. And if you succeeded on the save, it's going to be 29.
How does uncanny dodge play in with that?
I think actually, do you have evasion?
I do have evasion.
Oh, see, so for evasion, I think that what
Yeah.
that does is that you actually are able to, if you succeed on the save, you avoid all the damage.
Yes.
So yeah, so you're actually good. No damage for Baldur.
Quite correct.
Can I use my reaction to Hellish Rebuke?
Yeah,
Okay.
I think so. I'll say yes. I don't want to look it up right now. Go ahead. Oh, so
30.
it makes it a dexterity save. Okay.
Yep.
Oh yeah, 13. It fails. 30 fire damage.
Mm-hmm.
And it is actually not immune or resistant to fire damage. It takes that damage. Right. So let's see. How much did it move already? It moved. Okay. So it's going to move to here, but it is currently about 30 feet off, above the ceiling, the roof of the castle. So that is its turn. Zinhorn, your turn.
Yeah. Rashama, heal my allies and
me.
uh, and me. Yes. Well, I'm going to give myself 50, and I'm going to give Buster 10.
All right. Okay. A reasonable thing. Okay. Buster's turn. I think so. Notably on the map here, this area that it's above right now is actually an enclosed room. Like, so there's a roof, like, so it would be about, 15 feet above the roof of that room. So just to be clear of what the map is showing. So.
Okay. So could it run and leap attack?
Well,
Its
so
range
right,
is
it's
30, so.
So right now it's 30 feet above where Buster is. But what I'm saying is, if Buster could get 15 feet up onto the ceiling of this thing, then it would only be 15 feet above him, but that's still... If he wants to try to scrabble up onto the top of it, I'll let him make an athletics check to do that.
Yeah, I think that's kind of charging, 30 feet. Oops. 30 feet, and then do a climbing dash for its action to climb up onto it.
Okay.
Oops. And you said that was a
athletics, or just strength, probably, if it doesn't have the skill specifically.
Yeah, it does not have the skill, but does have that.
There you go.
Okay.
Yeah. Well, that's a save, but it still would have been high enough. So it's
Oh, sorry.
That's okay. It's
22.
I think it's actually the same anyway. But yeah, so he is able to climb up onto the top of that, but I think that's his whole action and movement is to get up on there. Okay. The dragon is going to use another legendary action. And you see ethereal bindings, these strange glowing ghostly chains start to try to wrap around Buster. And he needs to make a strength saving throw.
Only an 18.
18 is just barely not enough. And so the chains suddenly wrap all the way around Buster, like restraining him and in place. All right. That makes it... that was Buster's turn. So, Nedry, it's your turn.
Yeah. Oh. I was so busy thinking of everyone else, I didn't think of myself. Yeah, its saves are really high, aren't they? Okay, well, you know what? I think I'll have to do it again. So he will target it. Oh wait, no, it's 30 feet away. Never mind. He will just use chill touch. Why not?
Okay. And
that is a ranged attack.
Okay.
That's only 15. So
15, yeah, is not enough, unfortunately.
Okay, those aren't going to work. Okay. Aside from that, just kind of hanging out.
All right. Baldu, it's your turn.
What are your what's your take on flanking? Is it something you roll with or not?
I think in circumstantial, like it not necessarily always, but when it makes sense fictionally. So like if you can justify it to me, then I'll allow it. But certainly, so right now Buster is not quite within melee range of it. The dragon
Gotcha.
is actually 15 feet higher in the air
Gotcha. Okay.
than
All right.
Buster is, and so he wouldn't count as, and he's restrained in any case right now.
Yeah. In that case, I will do the same thing I did last time. I'll take a knee,
Mm-hmm.
steady my aim, and go pew.
All right,
Yeah.
there you go.
That's
Nice.
a good one. Oh, actually, I have advantage. So let me roll again, just in case I get the crit, which I don't.
No, but crits on sneak attack are pretty nice.
Crits on sneak attack are very nice.
Mm-hmm.
That's a whole mess of dice right there.
Sure is. Okay, 36. Yeah. You're definitely seeing a lot of like scuffs and dents and stuff on the armor plating, and you can see that there's a few places where it looks like the fire is not glowing quite as brightly as it was before. The flames don't sort of emerge quite as dramatically from those holes. It looks like it's taken a beating for sure. Okay, that was Baldur's turn. Zaleen, your turn.
Bonus action Hexblade's Curse,
Okay.
and I'm going to Eldritch Blast it. I'm going to stay where I am.
All right. $13 will miss. 24 hits. The 20 also hits. Okay, 7.
Seven.
Well,
7.
Okay. All
Oh
right.
wait, I get to add. I get to add a D4 to my attack to my damage rolls too
Okay. What?
because of Hexblade's Curse. Sorry,
Oh,
I
sure.
I forgot about.
No, that's fine. Go ahead and roll it.
So that's 3 more points of damage.
All right. Okay. So, it is now the dragon's turn, and it's looking like it's had about enough of this, and so it's actually going to fly 160 feet in this direction. So, let's see. So 50 feet to get to the side, and then so it'll be 130 feet away from the castle wall as it dashes away. So it's in this direction, but I don't think it's not to scale at that range. Almost, but not, never mind. So yeah, it would be another 40 feet away. But it looks like it is fleeing. So, Zinhorn, what would you like to do?
I will angle the castle in its direction and yell out fire. And for a bonus action, I will do mass healing word.
Okay.
Again on whoever is standing.
So make an
what's the range
intelligence.
on that?
Oh, for the mass healing word, I think I want to say regular healing word's 30 feet. I think
60 feet.
Oh, sweet.
All right.
So I can get 6 people, and we all get 16 points.
Nice.
Thank you kindly.
All right. Go ahead and make an intelligence check to get the castle aimed.
7.
Okay. Yeah. So I think 7 is like you didn't have to change it. Did you roll it with advantage?
I did not.
Go ahead and roll again. Sunia is helping you to to do the controls. You're sort of helping to provide finesse. 3. Okay. Yeah. Unfortunately, I think that at least right now, were you just turning, or are you trying to pursue as well?
I was just trying to turn to get the guns in line.
Yeah. I think right now they can try to fire, but it will be at disadvantage. So you can do 2 rolls at disadvantage with the +6 modifier, whoever wants to roll those. But bear in mind, those cannons have a huge range. It's like 600 feet.
Yeah.
Okay,
The
so
first one misses.
Mm-hmm.
And second one probably misses with 11.
Yeah, unfortunately. But you certainly see that the cannon shots are, going out far enough that it would have a significant range. So, it is Buster's turn. As soon as the dragon's turn was over, to be clear, those spectral chains disappeared off of Buster, and he was free to move again.
Okay,
But
probably letting out an ungodly howl and then charge over to the edge,
yeah.
swipe ineffectually at it.
All right, Nedry.
So it's way far out there. But Nedry knows exactly where it is still, so as long as it hasn't changed course. I think Nedry will go over and see if he can help out with these controls.
Okay.
I
Has
was
to
hoping
dash
you
to-
would.
Has to dash to get there, so now he's just sort of looking more. So how does this work again?
I show him what I figured out so far.
Sure.
Oh,
All right. Great. So Baldu, it is your turn again.
And you said he's like 130 feet
Correct.
off our side, off the port side. Man, that's tough. That kind of sucks. I will. I'll just I'll just kind of come here. Use my movement to make it to there. Hold my action in case he makes it back within. No, you know what? Let's just take a pot shot.
All right.
Disadvantage because he's at that long range. That ain't gonna do it.
No.
Just take my arrow and just kind of like drop it over the side. How effective it was. Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Zaleen, your turn.
I'm gonna move like up to here, so I'm within 30 feet of the Zinhorn, and I'm gonna bonus action Healing Word at level 3,
Okay.
so that he gets some stuffs. You get
Who?
11 more points,
Me?
and then
I'm at full health.
Oh, I thought you still needed.
No,
stuff.
No.
he gave himself his super heal.
Oh, then
Yeah.
I will give myself those 11 points because I still need heal. And then I'm gonna hold my action. I'm gonna hold an Eldritch Blast in case it comes back within range, or if Sunya moves towards him. Like as soon as I'm within 120 feet, I'm gonna fire off those Eldritch Blasts.
Okay. So, all right. Yeah. Okay. So the dragon can fly faster than Sunya, and it's going to dash again on this turn. So you're free to do that. I'm just letting you know that probably, unless it changes course, you're not going to get within 120 feet. Not in the immediate
I don't know
time
that,
frame
though.
anyway. Yeah, no, that's fine. It's fine. I'm just
hopeful.
right. I'm just letting you know that I think as you're holding that, you realize no, it looks like it's outpacing us. But and on that note, it does use its dash to now go another 160 feet further away. So it would be at 290 feet now, I think is that right? Yeah.
and Nedry would call out that it's moving away fast.
Yeah. All right. So that would make it Zinhorn's turn. But if you want to, I don't know if you want to try to use the control. Only one person per round can use the controls, right? So if you're sort of clearing the way for Nedry to try
I'm clearing the way for Nedry.
Okay. So what would you like to do? You can.
I am going to help Nedry with the controls when it's his turn to give him advantage.
Okay. Well, so he would have advantage anyway, but certainly nothing wrong with that. Because Sunya is helping him the same way she was helping you. Okay, so then Buster.
Oh, actually, Zaylene still needs healing.
Yeah.
No.
Oh, I'm okay. I'm only like 10 points away from my max,
Okay.
so it's okay. Save it in case we need it later.
Okay. All right. I will save it. I don't see anything that is there for me to do.
Okay. Well, so I think probably Buster, I would imagine, is also kind of pouting because the dragon's flying too far away. Or is he growling with satisfaction? He's like, did it. Scared it away.
Yeah. Don't come back.
Yeah. All right. So Nedry, it is your turn. And so you can go ahead and make an intelligence check. There's James. Hello. An intelligence check with advantage to try to line up the cannon shots.
Okay.
There you
21.
go. And because you got a 20 or above, the cannons do have advantage now. So we can make those same cannon attacks, but advantage instead of disadvantage.
23.
Okay, a 23 will hit. Go ahead and roll the other one as well.
Oops. And an 18.
An 18 just misses, I'm afraid. But that one that hits is going to do 8d10 for 38 damage. Sorry. I went ahead and I rolled it. So, but you know what? I'll let you. I'll do your roll because it's 2 more. That's fine. That's fine with me.
It's a very uneven roll with 3 1s, 2 9s,
Super
and 2
swingy.
8s.
Yeah. So you see that you see the one of those shots hit the dragon and it sort of veers and like sags and starts to fall for a moment before it catches itself. It's clearly pretty hurt and it's running. So here's the thing though, like on its next turn, it's going to it is going to outpace the range of your cannon. But I think that my impression is that you're going to continue to pursue. Is that right?
Yep.
So I would
Yeah,
suggest
Nedry can still sense it up to 1,000 feet away.
Yeah.
So.
So I will suggest that we are going to call that a cliffhanger then for tonight as you continue to pursue full speed straight ahead, Miss Sunya, and
Damn the torpedoes.
Maybe
Exactly.
Carolina will regain consciousness.
All right. So we'll leave it there. So thank you everybody for listening and or watching. Welcome, John. I hope you appreciate the finish more than the start. And
Hey, you didn't die. So.
And so we will plan to be back next week for more adventure on so many levels.
So many levels.
levels.